Today, I'm going to walk you through an art therapy process of creating neurographic art. If you're new to my channel, please support me by liking this video and be sure to stick around and check out the other amazing art videos and art lessons on my channel, Rainbow Parrot Art. And please subscribe. Neurographic art is a form of art therapy developed by Russian psychotherapist Pavel Piskarev in the 1980s to help his clients work through their emotions. This is a type of process art. The purpose is to work through challenging emotions and create a relaxing and positive experience. The process of creating this art is considered more important than what the finished artwork looks like. To get started, I'm grabbing a piece of 11 by 14 inch paper. I'm taping the paper down so that I can apply the watercolors more evenly, but you do not need to tape your paper down. Before you start drawing, pause for a few moments and take several deep, slow breaths. Now, call to mind an aspect of your life that you find challenging, upsetting, or stressful. Notice how you feel as you think about this situation. Now, grab a pen and allow yourself to continue to feel these emotions as you scribble on your paper for about 5 to 10 seconds, freely filling up your paper. If any of the lines end in the middle of your paper, you might want to continue them so that they go off the edge of your paper. This drawing is like a visual symbol of your challenge. Now you are going to transform this image and perhaps transform your challenge as well. Take your Sharpie and round all of the corners and joints in your drawing. This process is meant to be really relaxing and meditative. So allow yourself to relax and enjoy this process of transformation. Once you have finished rounding all of the corners and joints, you can add additional lines to enhance your composition. Add these lines anywhere you like. You can draw pointy lines as well. Now it's time to round out the new corners and joints in your picture. When you're done with that, you can continue to add more lines if you like. It's up to you. You can see how I'm going back and adding a few extra lines here. Once you're all done adding lines and have rounded all the corners and joints in your drawing, you're ready to add color. You can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, or watercolors. I'm going to use watercolors. I like to start by outlining around the edges. Then I add extra water to my brush to dilute and lighten the color. I like how this makes the color look darker around the edges and lighter in the middle. Remember, the more water you add to your brush and paper, the lighter your color will become. You can color your drawing in however you like. I'm starting off by clustering a bunch of warm colors together using red, orange, and yellow, and even a bit of purple. If you start to see a puddle of paint and it's bleeding in a way that you don't like, you can use a tissue to dab up the extra water. Now I'm going to start adding a bit of different shades of blues and greens. This is a very large open area, so I'm making it yellowish green on the bottom, then having it blend into this apple green color in the middle, and then fade into turquoise and eventually blue. If you have a large open area of your paper, you might enjoy using the space to blend various colors together like I did here. You can see how I use the lid of my watercolor tray to mix original colors. When you are finished with your painting, be sure to take a Kleenex and carefully wipe out the lid of your watercolor tray so that you leave it clean for the next person to use. Before adding color to a space, I highly recommend using a clean paintbrush to get the space wet. Once the area is wet, add the watercolor on top. This is called wet on wet. It makes your colors extra light and they also blend more easily this way. Watch again how I use a clean wet brush to add water to this area and make it wet. Then after it's wet, I add the watercolor paint on top. Then I go back with clear water on my brush and use this water to blend and dilute the color I've already added. Again, I just want to remind you that if at any time your colors start to blend or bleed into each other in a way that you don't like, you can use a Kleenex to dab up the extra paint. When you're done, if you use tape, remove your tape very carefully. If your paper starts to tear, stop and remove the tape from the other direction. I hope you have a wonderful time making this project. Please be sure to say hi in the comments below and check out all the other amazing art tutorials and art lessons on my channel, Rainbow Parrot Art.